I just finished climbing the Cajon Mountain South Arete. Going up the arete, I followed basically the center of the arete, climbing up the ridge. On the way back down, I went a bit more west and spent most of the climb down going along the steep slope on the side of the arete. Once I was at the top of the arete, I had considered looking for my lost trekking pole that I lost on the last adventure at the mountain. But I saw a rattlesnake up there. It is very late April. Rattlesnakes are out of hibernation, and since my trekking pole is deep in the brush there, I decided not to go up there. I'll have to wait some other time to go look for it, if I ever do. But it's a really neat adventure. It's very strenuous, very scenic, and it's a really excellent workout. I've arrived at the parking place on El Monte Road, and there's nobody here. I've never seen it like this before. There's always been some cars here. A bit further from the main parking area here, it's a little footbridge, wooden plank. Just have to walk down the street a little bit. There she is. First destination is this power line tower right over here. And then from there, you make your way up. I believe this rock right up here is Lunch Rock. Mike's Rock should be up there, but I don't know exactly where that is. And if I recall correctly from my one of my GPS tracks, it's like a mile long along the ridge line there. Here's another aspect. I made it to the power line tower. Looking back at the train here, it's the El Capitan Reservoir. I'll just follow the path to the top there as best I can. Well, I made it to the first little plateau. So a little bit of mist in the air. This is where I change into my pads, just to make the climb a bit more comfortable. Just continue to follow the path up. Oh, this is my first sight of Lunch Rock coming up. As you come up, you'll find that the trail splits and joins. So there's really no wrong way up unless you come to a dead end, which I have done. One time I came to a dead end on a tilted slab overhanging a long drop over on the east side of the arete here. So I had to back myself out of there. Yeah, you have to walk your way up the slab. And this leads right to Lunch Rock. Make my way up there and just go around it to continue up. This rock here I call Broken Face Rock because from one aspect, mainly this one, it kind of looks like the profile of a face, but coming around the other way, it's all broken up. So I use this as a landmark. When I come down the slope to the west of the arete, I'll come back up on the arete around here somewhere. Yeah, so after Lunch Rock, you just have to go up, 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 go through the rocks. There's no easy way up. Higher than Lunch Rock, the difficulty does step up. So once you reach Lunch Rock and you're going down, you can kind of take a breather. It was here, last time I was here, that I took off west to explore that area to get up. And that was a mistake. I should have just continued to go up, and that's what I'm gonna do now. Like I said, there's no easy way up, you just gotta go up. There's a slope coming down on the west of you looking down. This is called the San Diego River Valley. I imagine before the dam, on a good heavy rain, there'd be a lot of water going through there, and that's the San Diego River goes through that tree line. I just came up through these rocks. Boy, that was a good workout. This whole thing is that's a good sweat. And I'm gonna just make my way up through there now. If something looks difficult to get up, just explore a bit. There's generally more than one solution. I'll be going up this thing next. There's a lot of scrambling up and down rocks, you know, as you make your way up and down. And generally you're not hanging over any long falls. One exception is here. So if you find yourself here, you want to make your way up this ledge, then you're going to need to go around this rock, then up to that crack, and then up. Going up, I guess it's not too bad. If you come down this way, yeah, you're going to need to pay special attention here and hang on to that rock there as you kind of scoot your way around, because that fall will kill you. Oh, well, that's not bad at all. I think it is more for coming back down, but that's actually not bad. Yeah, and here you just have to follow this crack and then go up. It's funny how memories of things are radically different than the actual thing. Yeah, I've lost a water bottle here before too. And up, up. All right. Getting close to the crown. Oh, look at that. That's the beginning of a succulent desert rose. Very tiny, but Just popping out there. I think this plant is called sage, or maybe white sage. Very aromatic. Yeah, as I hike up through here, well, it's got a very strong, although pleasant smell. All right, I made my way up to this point. It's a good distance up. Watch my step. And so I think this area is specifically called El Capitan because it's reminiscent of El Capitan in Yosemite. I assume this was named first, and then came the El Capitan Dam and the El Capitan Reservoir. I see this road over here. I think that's called El Cajon Mountain Truck Trail. I'm above this ridgeline here. I parked on the road down there. I think this area is Lakeside. Further west should be El Cajon. Oh, there's Lake Jennings. All right, I'm gonna rest here for a moment and make my way up. I find myself climbing up a little, having to sit down and rest. Climb up a little, sit down and rest. This is a hell of a workout. I'm drenched. Making progress. There is a trail. Sometimes it's very subtle and it splits and joins. So I'm just trying to go up as best I can. Oh, there's the chalkstone that I go over. So I'm more on the western side of the arete. I had expected to go up by Mike's Rock, which is on the eastern side of the arete. But I may just go up here. Yeah, that chalkstone looks like a Tetris block up there. I'm at what I call the chalkstone in the gully. So there's three ways that I know to get up to a higher elevation from this elevation. One way is to do a rock climb, basically a class 4 rock climb from Mike's Rock, which is on the eastern side of this arete. So to get there from here, you'd have to go down and around, make your way on the other side of the arete, and then go up to Mike's Rock. I've not been that way, but there are some very dramatic videos on YouTube that I've seen that show the rock climb. And it's not for the faint of heart. The most popular way that I've observed other people is going through here, right? So here's a chalkstone, so people will climb up through here, and they'll basically go along the steep slope on the other side. I did that once. I didn't like it. In my mind, the easiest and safest way is to go up through here, and I'll show the trick once I get right up to the base there. Okay, I'm right at the chalkstone. It's pretty easy to get over. Once you're right up to it, you just have to put your left foot up on the side of the wall here in the notch, and you lift up and you hoist yourself up, and it's pretty darn easy. The only trick is on the way back down. You basically have to go belly down on this rock, and then you have to just feel for the notch here. I mean, you put your left foot here or here. It's not that difficult. The first couple times I did that, it was kind of nerve-wracking, but I don't know, it's really not that hard. You just have to be careful not to fall down here, because it might not kill you, but you dislocate a shoulder or break a leg or a pelvis or something. That's no fun. Well, that was a little bit more tricky than what I remember. Again, it's a case of memory not being exactly what the thing truly is. Okay, the hard part of the climb is pretty much over, if my memory is correct. Now you just have to make your way up this way, and you're pretty much right at the top. So this is exciting. I just came up on the side of this rock. That's where that the gully is with the chalk stone. So here's the arete. So it really is a good workout. It's a hell of a workout. And at this point, you just have to make your way around up there. As I recall this, it's not difficult getting to the top. And the top is a plateau region on the south side of the Cajon Mountain summit. I'm still at the same spot. I wonder if Mike's Rock comes up over here. And then you just walk up this way. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's a little bit more of a climb past that chalk stone. Now I just follow this trail up. It'll lead to terrain that slopes up to the plateau. Yeah, I'm still going up, and I've made it to the point where the terrain is flattening out. So I'll be up at the plateau here before too long. There's a rattlesnake crawling around in there. Oh, there it is. Hello, rattlesnake. I made it to a little rock area I like to rest at after climbing up. Yeah, that rattlesnake was just right over there. I'll rest here for a minute, and I'll see if I have the energy to go search for that missing trekking pole that I lost when I was coming down from the summit. Yeah, I think I will not look for that lost trekking pole. It's April 30th. I just saw a rattlesnake. So rattlesnakes have come out of hibernation, and that trekking pole is deep in the brush, going off trail. I would have to go towards the summit and some real heavy brush. So I'm going to skip that. I'll leave it there. Maybe some other intrepid adventurer can find that. Maybe I'll look for that months from now. But yeah, I bought a new pair of trekking poles anyway, so I'm fine without it. It would have been nice to get it back though. But so it took me a little bit less than 3.5 hours to get to the top here, and that's what I remember from before. So you can plan for like maybe a 6 to 7 hour day coming up to the plateau and then back down. And it's a very strenuous activity, that's for sure. All right, rest here a few more minutes and head back down. A couple of different types of adventures coming up the South Arete that I've done. You can come up the South Arete and then get on the El Capitan Trail and make your way to the Cajon Mountain summit. And you can do that all by trail, or you can go off trail and go cross country up to the summit. Then make your way back down from the summit and then back down the arete. Very strenuous thing to do. It's also possible to do a point-to-point hike. So if you're with a friend, you can have your friend park at the Wildcat Canyon trailhead and then carpool over to El Monte Road by El Capitan Reservoir, hike up the arete, get on the El Capitan Trail, and then just follow the trail down to Wildcat Canyon. And then if you want, you can add some peak bagging to that. Maybe the summit or Wiedenhof or Silver Dome. So I did that too. I did that point-to-point hike, not by any kind of plan, but the first time that I made it up the South Arete, I was too scared to go back down. So I called my wife from here, as a matter of fact, and then she and my son picked me up on Wildcat Canyon Road. But the next time I came up, I did go back down the Arete, so at least I could look at myself in the mirror again. Well, I started my descent, so I just follow this trail down, and I'm gonna find my way down to that gully with the chalkstone, go down it, and then after a while I'm gonna go off the Arete and just go down the steep slope to the west of the Arete. So that's just a different kind of adventure. I'm continuing to make my way around. Looks like the trail goes off this way. And there's the Arete. Yeah, as I make my way down, I think I'll get over here somewhere, and then I'll go off the Arete and just go down the slope. Of course, it's kind of hard to identify. I'll see once I get down there. I need to make my way down this way. Chalkstone is down in here. I'll just continue following that rock down. So that's my next objective. I'm ready to head down the side of this rock here to that chalkstone. I'm back at the chalkstone. So this is where I have to go belly down and then kind of put the left edge of my left foot on the rock there going down, and then feel for like a little ledge or a notch or something to put that in, so then I can lower myself the rest of the way down. That wasn't too bad. Just some scraping on a nipple is all. A little bit painful. Okay, now just make my way down. Yeah, that ridge line there is not the one I came up on. From a higher elevation, you can see that one goes west, and the other one is over this way. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go down and see where the trail leads me, if I can find the trail. I'm sure it's here. So a little bit of a difference. Going up, I came on top of the rock. Going down, I'm gonna scoot down the side of it. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I'm still going down the side of that rock. You can either continue down this way and slide down that rock, or you can go off to the side here and just kind of, I think this is off the Arete at this point. Maybe at this point you can just stay off of it. Maybe I'll try that. But yeah, I do remember this point. Yeah, I just slid down that rock. that was kind of fun, actually. So now I'll just continue over this way and down. I just put on some eye protection, which I recommend bringing here. I'm about to go through some heavy brush, and I've already been poked in the head twice by branches from something. So, and when I was here last time too, along the plateau region, I was poked in the eye. Yeah, bring some eye protection. Highly recommended. I've just been following this the path right on the western edge of the Arete, really off of the Arete. Again, you kind of see it goes through here. So I'm getting close to this other ridgeline that branches off west. So I'm assuming I need to just continue to go that way once I get down there. I think technically I've been off of the Arete now for a while. I'm at the intersection now where that other ridge branches west. I've been following a trail, a little path, so I'm just going to continue following it down. And I think I stay off of the Arete until around Broken Face Rock. I can tell by a couple of GPS tracks that before I was more to the west down in the slope area over here. So I think I am going to make my way over there now. Just kind of follow what I did before. Coming down from the plateau, of course, you could come down the arete, for example, like how I came up it, and I've done that before. It's very strenuous, it's steep, and you got to be really careful, of course. Or, you could come down the slope like where I am now. I wouldn't characterize it as that much easier. I mean, it's also steep. There's some rocks you need to get around. And I think this time of year, the rattlesnakes are coming out, and I don't see why they would not be here. So that's just another consideration. I've come down this way, and I've just kind of scooted over here a little bit east. And then this is the arete, so I'm gonna make my way down to the slope here, and then continue down. I don't think I'm that far from getting back on the arete further down there. It's probably not going to show well in the video, but I just came down this rock here, kind of sliding down this pampas grass. That's a kind of a steep slope, as a matter of fact. But yeah, the pampas grass I use that to slow down my slide and to hang on to. All right, I'm just going to continue down this way. There's broken face rock, so that's good. I just need to make my way down and over there. I think the actual point where I get back on the arete is a little bit down, but that's a good sign. Well, I'm trying a different path, and this one is leading me to a little bit higher than broken face rock, which is down here a little bit. So I think I'll just keep on following it up this way. I'm back on the arete, a bit higher now than broken face rock. So I just need to go down the arete. Very quickly I'll be at broken face rock, and then very quickly I'll be at lunch rock. Yeah, a little climb down, and I'm here at broken face rock. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sunny. Oh, it's got to be mid-70s, I guess. Nice breeze. Right, next stop is lunch rock. Just ate an energy bar at Lunch Rock, and I wound up choking on my water. Just need to head down from here. I just took off my pads, close to the power line tower. Well, that was a lot of fun. I don't know if fun is the right word, but it's just awfully satisfying.